Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. If you are new here then welcome. My name is Millie. I make videos all about makeup and testing new products, doing full faces of certain brands, trying out new products, doing wear tests, all of that good stuff, and that is what we're doing today. I'm doing a full face of Essence makeup and the star of the show is this palette here. This is the Disney Classics Dumbo palette. And I'm so excited to get into this. I have already, I've had this for quite a while and I have already dipped my finger into this palette once. I am so excited to try out these colours. I'm going to swatch everything and then create some sort of beautiful, obviously very cool toned, fantastic eye look. I'm so excited to get into these marbly shades. I think that these are going to be so beautiful. Cool tones are so in at the minute. I mean, did they ever go out? But I love the undertone of all of these and these shimmers look incredible. I have only ever tried one little individual eyeshadow from Essence before, so I'm very excited to get into a whole palette. But everything here apart from the bronzer is from Essence. I have a few new products and a lot of old favourites. So I'm going to start with primer. This is the Hydro Hero Primer 24-hour hydrating primer. How many times can I say primer in a 30-second time frame? So I'm just going to start by priming. If you have dry skin, this one is so nice. It just feels like skincare. Honestly, it feels like a really lightweight moisturizer, but that obviously has the benefits of it being a primer that will hold on to your makeup, but it also hydrates your skin. I really love it. Then for foundation, I'm using the Essence Stay All Day 16-hour long lasting foundation. I have this one in the shade 08 Soft Vanilla. So I'm just going to take around about a pump and a half. I sometimes mix this with my Enquiry polyglutamic acid serum, but today I'm going more full coverage. So I'm just going to tap over this with my sponge. It's new sponge day, always very exciting. And I'm just going to blend this right out. Then for concealer, I'm going in with the Essence Skin Loving Sensitive Concealer. If you are looking for a recommendation for a concealer and you want something that's a really natural sort of finish, not incredibly full coverage but just a really beautiful natural finish, this one is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I've been using this so much since I tried it however many months ago, and obviously with it being Essence it is so affordable, cruelty free, etc, etc, all the good things. So I'll just put that down the center of the face as well to highlight a little bit, and I'll blend that out with my sponge as well, but I'll do my under eyes with a brush just so that you get a little bit more coverage. So I've just buffed over a little bit of bronzer. This isn't an Essence one, so I just skipped over that step, but this is the 17 Glow and Define bronzer in the lightest shade. It's 010, and I did pick up an Essence bronzer for my last full face of Essence products, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the undertone of it, so I'm just using this one to warm up the skin a little bit, and then I will be back on to the Essence products. I did recently go into my local Wilko and it looked like they were breaking down the display where all of the Essence products were, so I don't know what's going on there. I need to go in again and see what was happening. I don't know if they were just redoing it, but it looked like they were taking all of the products off. Whether that was to put up a new display or whether that was to get rid of it, I don't know, but I was a little bit worried. So I did buy these new products. Speaking of which, I have two new blushes. So these are the blushes in the shade 80 Breezy and 40 Beloved. So that's what those ones look like. So this is Breezy and this is Beloved. Which one do I want to use today? Maybe the brighter one. So yes, I did get these online as well as some of the other new products that I have in today's video, but I do like to shop Essence in store. I do like to go in to my local Wilko store and see what they've got. and I was a little bit worried like last week when I went and they were like completely getting rid of the display. So if you have any insider knowledge and you know what's happening, I would love to know. This blush is so pretty. How nice is that colour? That's like a really natural sort of soft flush of colour on my skin tone. I love that. And it's not like completely matte. I feel like that's quite glowy. It's not as glowy as like my Collection Glow blushes. It's more matte than that. But I feel like that is sort of giving like a natural, you know, a natural something. Yeah, I really, really like that. That's a really, really nice colour. Some on the schnoz, as always. But then obviously it's me, so we need to amp up the glow a little bit more. So this is the highlighter in 01 Mesmerising, another one that I picked up online recently, and I absolutely love it. So I'm quickly just going to go off and do my brows. I'm using the Essence Micro Precise Eyebrow Pencil. This one is so tiny. Like, the tip of it is so precise. It's so easy to use. I really enjoy this one actually. This is in the shade 03 Dark Brown. So I'm just going to go off and do the brows and I'll be right back. Okay, so the brows are on, they are dark, they are in charge, and that's how I like them. Let's dive into the eyeshadow palette. I'm so excited for this. Some of these textures just look so interesting to me, like the ones that have multiple little flecks of different coloured glitter in. I just think these are going to be beautiful, and I'm so excited to see how these are going to look. So let me go off, I will swatch every single shade, and then I'll be back to show you what they look like. Okay, so this is every shade swatched. I feel like this is a very light, very fair palette. Like, if you were a medium or deep skin tones, like, I feel like these colours just wouldn't really show up. Obviously on me, like, these are wearable shades, but I feel like the darkest shade being this one is not really it. Like, I need something a bit deeper than that if I was doing anything smoky. Like, I could do quite a wearable sort of everyday look with any of these shades, but I feel like it's missing some depth. Obviously the shimmers are beautiful, but I feel like this is quite a shimmer heavy palette as well. There's only 3 mattes, which again I feel is quite limiting. So the shade names on these ones are Admit 1, Timothy, Magic Feather, Circus Star, that was that one in the middle of the top row, and I was I was expecting a little bit more of that one, but it's pretty enough. Then we have 1941. Then this one here is called Bubble Baths, and this one was almost like a cream texture. When I was swiping it, it was definitely not like a powder like the others. It did feel more like a cream. Then we have I Can Fly, and this one is a matte, the only matte on the top row. Then on the bottom row we have Mrs. Jumbo, Friends Forever, Floppy Ears, Mouse Detective. Then next, this yellow, this is a matte, and this one is called Flying Around. Then we have Companionship and Playful, and this very light grey at the end is a matte as well. So this yellow, this grey and this grey are the only mattes in the palette. Everything else is a shimmer. So I feel like I'm going to have to do something quite grey based with these matte shades, but let's see what we can create with this palette. So I'm going to start with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into the lighter of the grey shades called Playful. I'm just going to tap this right along the crease and work this in like my transition tone sort of area. Okay, so I feel like in real life I can see that more than I can see on my little viewfinder there. It is a very light colour. Obviously this one here, it's a very pale grey, but I was maybe expecting that to show up a little bit more than it has done. So I'm going to dip into I Can Fly, that matte grey, darker grey shade, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Try and work that maybe a little bit closer into the crease, not blend it out quite as far. Okay, so that darker grey has definitely like deepened things up a bit. However, That is like the darkest matte, so it's not going to get any darker or smokier than this. I like quite a dark smoky eye, so I would prefer something a little bit darker. And I will also say, in the pan, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but like in the pan there was a lot of kickback from that matte shade. Like it's all in this pan as well, which isn't ideal. I mean, it does sort of go away very easily, but it's just worth noting it is quite a dusty sort of formula. So which shade am I going to put all over my eyelid? I feel like, you know what, that Mouse Detective shade, although that was a shimmer, I feel like that on maybe quite a dense flat brush on the outer corner could maybe deepen this up a tiny bit more. So let's see how that goes. I've literally just put like 3 layers of that Mouse Detective one on the outer corner of this eye. Where is it? I'm not sure I am enjoying this palette as much as I thought I maybe would. I'm also getting quite a lot of fallout from that Mouse Detective purpley shade, and it's not brushing away the easiest either. I'm not sure I'm enjoying that shade very much, so I will just put something right across my lid. I'm like looking at the swatches, which ones do I want? I think maybe the first one, this one, Admit 1, I think I'll just take that on my finger and try and like really pack that on the lid, because that was like the brightest, like most icy one. Oh, a lot of fallout. That looks really nice on the lid, but there is so much fallout like in the inner corner of my eye now that I just can't get off from that Admit 1 shade. I'm really not enjoying this. Right, I'm going to... What am I going to do? I'm going to just take a really small, dense brush, tap it into the shade Floppy Ears, and just try and pack that on the very inner corner of my eye to try and brighten that up a bit. And then I think I'm just going to stop before I go overboard, because I feel like at the minute I can get away with the amount of fallout, but if I do very much more, I feel like that's just going to look crazy. So I'll just tap a little bit of that Floppy Ears, and that shade is really, really nice. That's really bright. I like that one. And then I think I'm just going to leave it there before I do anything that I regret. I am known for like going overboard and then ending up with colour all over my face, so I'm going to leave it there. Whilst you are zoomed in, I will show you how incredible this mascara is. It's one of my favourites. This is the Lash Like a Boss mascara, and I will show you in real time how easy it is to build up the lashes. The wand is like perfectly curved, so it grabs your lashes right at the root. The formula of the actual mascara is almost like a whipped sort of texture, so it really coats every lash. It thickens them, it clumps them together in a way that I absolutely love. If you know me, you know I love a clumpy, thick lash, but like a dramatic, thickened and also lengthened lash. And I like my mascaras to be quick, and this one absolutely is. I have had this for quite a while, so it is a little bit drier than when I first got it, obviously, but I mean, just look. That is like one, well, you saw in real time, that's how long it took me to do that. It's such an incredible mascara. I feel like Essence is always known for their like Lash Princess mascaras, and I like them. I've tried a couple. I do like the like Lash Princess range, but they smudge on me like crazy. This one does not. There's another one as well that's in like a black and purple tube. Is it called Another Volume Mascara But Better or something like that? I have a whole review of that on my channel as well. Really like that one. Don't have it in my collection currently. I had that last summer and I loved that all throughout last summer, and this is a really great one as well. If you have tried Essence mascaras before and you've tried the Lash Princess ones and they don't work for you, if they smudge on you, same, try this one. It's really, really good. So that's the mascara done, and honestly that's like 1 and a bit coats. It's so quick, it's so dramatic, it lasts all day, it doesn't smudge. One of my favourite mascaras at the minute. I am reaching for it all the time because this is the look that I always want. This is the lashes that I always want. I think that this mascara is incredible. So let me zoom you out, and I've got some new lip products to try. And when I say I have some new lip products to try, I mean I've got new lip liners. I don't have a new lipstick. I'm just going to be using my absolute favourite Caring Shine Vegan Collagen lipstick, but I can change it up with a different lip liner. So I've got 3 shades here, and I will just swatch them on the back of my hand so that we can decide which colour I want to use today. So I have 101 My Choice. So that's that one there, 101 My Choice. Then this one here is a lot lighter. This one's called Lovely, and I think that that one is maybe a little bit too pink for what I want to do today. And then the last one is this one here, 303 Delicate. And actually when I was ordering these online, I thought that these were going to be the same as the ones that I've really been loving recently, which handily I have just here, the 8 Hour Comfort Matte Lip Liner, and this is like a mechanical one. Twist it the right way so you don't need a sharpener with it. They are my favourite ones, like a mechanical one. I didn't realise that these were like pencils that you have to sharpen. Not that it matters, because like pros and cons, I can sharpen this and get a really sharp line. The only thing is, since I set this whole thing up, I can't find my sharpener, so I need to buy one. Every single time I use a sharpenable pencil and say that I need to buy a pencil sharpener, Millie, in the future, as you're editing this, go onto Amazon right now and buy yourself a pencil sharpener. You'll thank yourself later. So which shade do I want to use today? I think the first one, which was 101 My Choice. So I will just draw in my lips. I feel like these pencils, like ones that you have to sharpen, I feel like they're always a bit drier and less creamy. Like I feel like a mechanical pencil that you like twist up, they are often a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more sort of hydrating, whereas with these ones I find them a little bit sort of scratchy to use. And obviously, like, I have very dry skin, I have very dry lips, I like having something that's a little bit creamier, a little bit more hydrating. I'm just going to go over the top with my lipstick. So like I say, this is the Essence Caring Shine Vegan Collagen lipstick in 202 My Mind. I'm just going to tap a little bit of that on. I don't know why I always try. I always try and do my lips whilst I talk. You can't do it. You just can't. And that is me done. So that is the finished look. So the star of the show that I was testing today in the eyeshadow palette, I don't think I love it. I mean, it looks absolutely fine on my eyes. I'm just a little bit underwhelmed with like the shade range. I mean, just looking at it there, I can see like a lot of similarities, like a lot of colours that look the same and not a lot of depth. Like I feel like it's very sort of one tone, and I'm always just going to end up with a look like this. I like this look. I don't hate this look. It's just this is the only look that I will be able to do with this palette. My fault for choosing this palette. Like I could see that that's like the only shades that it has when I bought it. I feel like the outside of the packaging is nicer than the actual product. Like, why was a colour like this not included? You know, like I suppose it's the colour of Dumbo. I don't know. But I do like it. If these are your tones, then maybe you'll like it as well. I just feel a little bit underwhelmed with it. Everything else I really like. So let me know if there's any other products from Essence that you think I need to try. If there's any other products from any brands that you think I need to try, then do let me know. I will link everything down below that I have used on my face today. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.